Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live like never before? Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram @Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast, your channel of choice.
Good morning and welcome to another beautiful edition of Dominion Sport right here on Dominion Television. A wonderful Friday morning. It's thank God it's Friday right here on the show. I will be giving you everything sport on the go. This wonderful morning we have it from the local stories. Also we're looking at the results from the Europa League and also the Conference League. Crystal Palace are still remaining unbeaten this season, and also Ange Postecoglou is looking like a man on the verge of leaving the job. Still yet to get a result right here for Nottingham Forest. All this and more on the show. Remember, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria picked up the victory against Saudi Arabia in the early hours of the morning, and also we're looking at the result ahead of the game for today. Also the Champions League team of the week. Also we're looking at the Premier League. All this and more on the show this wonderful morning. I am Paul Abe Toluwanimi, and I'm not alone in the studio. I have the expert analyst himself, Samson Balogun, the man with unbiased analysis and undiluted report. The wealth of wisdom. Good morning to you.
Well, a wonderful morning to you, Toluwanimi. It's really nice to be here to talk sports on a Friday morning. This is what we do. We bring you unbiased analysis, undiluted reports, and of course we dig deeper, and of course scratch beyond the surface when we talk about sport on this now. So sit back, relax. There's a lot to talk about, from the local scene straight to Europe, and of course I know there's a lot to learn on this show. So good morning to you once again.
Right, yes, good morning to you. It's thank God it's Friday edition right here on the show. Now, quick one. You know, I will start up the show. We look at the local front and the MPFL results yesterday, and I had to put Samson Balogun on the hot seat, and the result is, you know, in my favor. Even if I didn't predict, but come on, there you have it on the screen. Abia Warriors getting a victory against Remo Stars, because yesterday I was so certain about the start yesterday, Samson. And I'm like, you know, on their home front they are good. And also defensively, they just conceded 2 goals. And there you have it. Defeating Remo Stars is going to be a big morale booster for them going into the MPFL season. And also Kwara United are picking up a victory against Plateau United 2-1.
Well, I think, you know, my fear for Remo Stars was just, you know, on display right there, clean and clear yesterday. You know, I feared for them that when bigger games come, would they fold? Or would they stand tall? Yeah. And unfortunately, they could not. They could not stand tall yesterday. They folded. So that's just it. And you know, that's not good enough for a team.
I agree.
Who's the defending champion. And majority of the teams, you know, they are well prepared for Remo Stars this season. So
true.
I really felt they could have actually prepared better than this for the new season. They'll be playing more games than they did last season. They played 38 games in the league, but unfortunately they're playing about 50 to 60 games this season, depending on how far they go in other cup competitions. So it's going to be really a tough test for them. And if they continue this way, you know, I mentioned that their outstanding games, if they are able to convert and win all these games, yes, they'll be one of the elite teams in the league. But if they fail to win their outstanding games, then that's a problem. And they might just finish as an average team this season if this trend continues.
All right, that's the result for the rescheduled game in the MPFL. Match the 5 was between Kwara United and Plateau United. For match the 6, it was Abia Warriors against the Remo Stars, and there you have it. Samson?
Kwara United also missed a game, you know, while playing against Asante Kotoko, you know, in the CAF Confederations Cup. And yes, good for them. They came back even after crashing out, got the maximum 3 points against Plateau United. That's not really bad this season, if you want to put it that way. Nasarawa United, a much better team. But for Plateau United this season, they have not really been convincing, but you cannot rule out what they are capable of doing, especially when they are playing a team that also, you know, comes from the North Central. I call it a debut with these two teams. But then Kwara United coming out on top, I think is a really great one for them, and that cements their place, you know, as one of the teams in the mid-table this season. Maybe if they get a few more wins, it can take them at least to a place where they can qualify for continental competition.
Another ticket again.
Yes.
All right, that's the result for yesterday. Let's move away from that. Let's look at the game between Shooting Stars and Plateau United. Is going to happen this weekend at Lakon Salami Stadium. That's where we're going to have that beautiful game. There you have it on the screen. It's going to be a big game, and you know, just looking at the start for these two teams, Samson Balogun, the last 6 games for Plateau United is 3 losses and 2 wins away from home. Away from home, it has not been too good for them. They've lost 3 on the roll, and also on their home front, fantastic side going, you know, on their home front. For Remo Stars, it's been back-to-back wins for them. Win against Wadi Wolves, a win against Kon Khalifat, and all these has come away from home and also on their home front. Also, it's just 2 draws and 1 loss this season. And the face of Plateau United side, you know, when you look at their head-to-head last season, they went on to draw both games 1-1. There you have it today. Plateau United are losing to Kwara United just yesterday, and a rejuvenated Shooting Star side with Nuruddin Awero. How do you see this game you know, go for Shooting Stars ahead of this one on Sunday?
Plateau United have a point. They have lost their last 2 games away from home back to back, and that's not really a good one for a team that is serious to win silverware or maybe finish, you know, in top places. So they really have to buckle up, and then that might be against Shooting Stars. They might want to show what they are capable of doing. And if you look at the current situation now for Shooting Stars, they lost their first game at home against Bayelsa United, and they were able to get some points away from home. First of all, they drew against Bendel Insurance right there in Benin, and of course they are to play against of course Plateau United at home. It's going to be a dicey one.
Yeah, I'm worried for this game, Samson, because Plateau United, they just had a game yesterday. They're going to play a game on Sunday, and you look at, we're not even talking airplane movement. We're talking, it's going to be a bus movement. So they're going to be tired legs already. You know, why is that system like that? Why is it happening this way?
Now, let me take you back a little bit. If you look at teams that have really recorded something meaningful away from home this season, there are teams whose management prepared for what the NPFL, how tedious the NPFL was going to be. Take, for example, the coach and team manager for Barao FC was talking about how they moved via plane down to Kon Khalifat and the likes, and he was saying, look, the team is readily prepared, and the management has promised that for every game won away from home, there will be 150,000 match bonus for every player in that team. Not just 150 for everyone, 150 for each player on the traveling team. Now, that's a morale booster. And the fact that they traveled, they were well relaxed, they had no pressure, so they just had to train, light trainings, and then they were fully fit. How about the Kon Khalifa team playing at home that went away? They had to come back home by bus, so they were tired. It's not the same Kon Khalifa that played against Shooting Stars that you saw against them at home. So it was a totally different team, and they were whitewashed, and you know, it became a shooting practice at the point. 3-1 it ended between these two teams, and you begin to wonder, why are some teams more prepared than the other?
Yeah, question.
It's a case of how the management prepared for this season. You see, if you are running a football club, and it gets to a stage where you feel, oh, you can no longer take the responsibility of the team. Just like when Califat came out and did a publication and said, look, it will take 1 billion naira to